All right, so laser cut pumpkin saga, part 1. So I'm gonna try and laser cut this pumpkin. Watch some YouTube videos and various things about people who've tried laser cutting pumpkins. So it seems very doable. I have some concerns in terms of how thick the outer layer of the pumpkin is. I think the laser won't have any trouble cutting through pumpkin material, but I don't know, as it gets thicker and thicker, as it's trying to go through that laser is going to diverge a little bit. And first of all, not cut out very cleanly, maybe, and also maybe not have the power by the time it gets all the way through that thickness. Also, the pumpkin is round, right? And so I don't have, I mean, I have some flat surface, like this looks pretty flat. There, I've got some flatness, but if I'm over here, there's a lot of variability. So I'm gonna have to find probably the flattest, cleanest spot here to do, maybe there-ish. That's looking pretty flat. And as the laser, you know, wherever I focus the laser, if I focus it right at the tip top here, as it gets over here, the laser is going to be, you know, almost 1.5 inches, 2 inches away from the pumpkin surface. So again, we're not going to get nearly as focused or tight as a beam. Although in some of the videos I was watching, maybe that's actually a good thing because you don't see the dots as prevalently. You know, it's a little bit more spread out. So we'll see. So I want to try and do 2 things. Number 1, I want to try and cut all the way through. And number 2, I also want to be able to engrave. So maybe a little bit lower power, but faster moving laser. So it just carves off the orange part and gets into the kind of the meat of the pumpkin a little bit, the flesh. Because I'm hoping that I'll still be able to see light through it, but not all the way through. And by doing that, I'm hoping, fingers crossed, that you'll be able to see different brightnesses, basically, which will give me some shades of gray, so to speak, on the pattern that I'm going to do. Now, I don't know exactly what pattern I'm going to do either. My original thought was Starry Night, which I may still do, although I got some great suggestions from my classes on other ideas for what I can carve into this thing. So there were some cool suggestions. So I'll see if I like any of those or anything better. I'm working on another kind of side project involving Starry Night, and so I might just use this as an opportunity to practice that. I'm not sure yet. So anyway, more to come. I'm gonna run some practice a little bit later, some practice runs on it to get an idea of speeds and feeds for the pumpkin. But I think it's gonna be super stinky. So I'm gonna run this after school so that I don't stink out our labs. So more to come.